if you're able to hear me.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, are you able to hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now recalling case number 14S00376. This is the state of Michigan versus Chandra Lynn Mundinger. I will note that we are back on YouTube. Today is the date and time set for an arraignment on a bench warrant that issued for your failure to appear back on December 14th of 2023 for a show cause hearing. So we've discussed why that happened, and the court understands why that happened. Attorney Chenault, do you wish to address bond?
Yes, Your Honor. We stand muted to the charges, and regarding bond, it looks like Ms. Mundinger is here today trying to take care of this matter. We will ask the court to recall the warrant at this time, issue a new court date, and a PR bond. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Is there a way I can get like payment plan to where I can just I mean, I know I can't do much right now, but
Yes. So let me, first things first. Okay, so the court is going to recall the bench warrant. And set a personal recognizance bond. And what I will do is set you for a show cause hearing date. That will be October 1st, 2024. That will be at 9 a.m. over Zoom in front of me. At this time, your balance is $2,008. So, a couple of things. One, so long as you're making good faith efforts to pay that down between now and October, that will be fine. We'll just set you out for another court date. Okay. The other thing is, if you wanted to fill out a financial statement so that the court can take that into consideration as well, that form can be found on the 14B District Court website.
okay. And what does that do?
So that's just, it's something that I can take into consideration. You said you're not able to pay a lot right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, are you currently employed or looking for work?
Not at the moment. I'm looking for work, but everything's just been rough.
Okay. So if you fill out the financial statement, then I can take that into consideration.
Okay.
And potentially allow for something like community service. Okay.
Okay.
So at this time, you've got your next court date. That will be October 1st, 2024, 9 a.m. over Zoom in front of me. The bench warrant is recalled. And
thank you so much.
Yep, you are very welcome. And do you have any questions for the court at this time?
No. I know with some cases you can get the state fees waived. Can I do that for this, or is that just
So fill out the financial statement form. That's something that I can take into consideration as well. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you. Attorney Chenault, did you have anything else?
No, nothing further. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You are free to sign out of Zoom.
Me? I can sign out?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Smith will be with you in just a moment. Okay, now calling case number 24T00127. This is Ypsilanti Township versus Wesley Allen Smith. Appearances for the record, please.
Assistant Public Defender Sonia Chanot on behalf of Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith, state your full name for the record.
Wesley Allen Smith.
Thank you.
Thank you. Today is the date and time set for an arraignment in this matter. What I have is a complaint dated November 10th of 2022 that charges that on or about that date you did operate a motor vehicle on Whitaker and Stony Creek, a place open to the general public or generally accessible to motor vehicles while under the influence of alcohol and or having an alcohol content of 0.17 grams or more per 210 liters of breath or per 100 milliliters of blood. This is otherwise known as operating while intoxicated with a BAC of 0.17 or more. Do you understand that charge?
Yes.
Okay. That is a misdemeanor with a maximum penalty of up to 180 days in jail, a fine of not less than $200 or more than $700 plus court costs, or both the fine and the jail time. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Did you have a chance to review an advice of rights form today?
Yes, I did.
Okay, do you have any questions about your rights?
I do not.
Okay. Attorney Chanel, do you wish to address bond?
Yes, thank you. We stand muted to the charges and ask for a personal bond at this time for this matter. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So at this time, the court will set your pretrial date for July 10th, 2024. That will be at 9 a.m. over Zoom before Judge Washington. And the court will set bond with the following conditions. You are not to use or possess alcohol, marijuana, or illegal drugs. You are to report to community corrections within 24 hours for drug and alcohol testing. You'll need $12 and a photo ID. Do you know where community corrections is located?
I do not, because I don't live in Washtenaw County. I live in Jackson County.
Ah, okay. So then what the court will do is this. Today is Wednesday. Okay. You will have until the close of business on Friday. That is the 7th. Okay. I believe they're open until 4:30 in the afternoon. So
Okay.
you have until close of business on Friday to get to community corrections. It is in Ann Arbor. It's at 4101 Washtenaw Avenue. It's
Okay.
the same campus as the Washtenaw County Jail and the 14A1 District Court. Okay, the roads are Washtenaw Avenue and Hogback. All right. The building is labeled Re-Entry Center. And what you can do when you go there is tell them where you live and they can help you get something set up so that you're testing closer to home.
Okay.
Okay. But you do have to go there one time. And again, but that's by close of business on Friday.
Okay.
Okay. You are not to leave the state of Michigan without the court's permission. You are not to violate any sort of criminal laws whatsoever. And you are to appear for any and all dates set for you by the court. So that includes that July 10th court date. It also includes going to community corrections. These conditions will be entered into the law enforcement information network, so they will be readily accessible to any police officers who you may come into contact with. And if they have probable cause to believe that you have violated one of these conditions, they can arrest you on the spot, and you'll be held for a bond violation hearing in front of the judge, who may revoke your bond and set a new, more restrictive one. Do you have any questions about any of that?
No, I do not.
Okay. Attorney Chanel, do you have any?
Nothing. No, nothing further. Thank you.
Thank you. this time, the court will set a personal recognizance bond in this matter. That means basically that you are promising to appear for that July 10th court date. If you fail to appear, a bench warrant may issue for your arrest.
Okay.
Okay. If you don't have any questions for the court at this time, your hearing is concluded. You are free to sign out of Zoom.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello to the person on the device ending in 229. You were just let into the courtroom. Can you please tell me your name?
Is it Stephen Searcy?
Okay, thank you. I will be with you in just a moment.
Yeah, how come I can't see?
Well, you are called in on the telephone at this point. So,
Okay.
so you're fine. You're called in on the telephone. You can't connect to video when you're called in like that. Okay?
Oh boy.
You're fine.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I saw you were online a little bit earlier, but calling in by phone is just fine.
Okay, and I apologize if you hear some loud whining and crying because I've lost my power. It's storming. I got a 9-month-old beagle puppy and he is wigging out.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I just apologize for that.
Okay. No worries. Give me just a moment. Okay.
Yes. Coaches, please. No, coaches, please, baby. Baby daddy said, come on, honey, you're all right. Coaches, stop it. You're going to get me in trouble.
Yes.
Coaches, you're going to get me in trouble. Please.
Okay. Now calling case number 24S00109. This is the State of Michigan versus Stephen J. Searcy. State your name for the record, please, sir.
Stephen Jerome Searcy.
Okay, thank you very much. So today is the date and time set for an arraignment in this matter. What I am seeing, sir, is that a bench warrant issued on May 28th of 2024 because you left the state without the court's permission, which was one of your bond conditions. Attorney Chenault.
Thank you,
What's
Your
that,
Honor.
ma'am?
Assistant Public Defender Sonia Chenault on behalf of Mr. Searcy and regarding bond, we stand muted to the charges. And it appears that Mr. Searcy, this is his third time attempting to log on to Zoom today. So I would assume he's trying to take care of this matter. We will ask for the bench warrant to be called and we will ask for a personal bond at this time. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Coaches, please, baby.
Okay. So at this time, I am going to set your pretrial conference date. That will be July 25th, 2024. And that will be at 11 a.m. in person at the 14B District Court. Did you hear that, sir?
Yes, I did, Your Honor. I was just listening.
Okay, I just want to make sure that you can hear me.
Now, Your Honor, as I said at the beginning, may I speak?
I'm sorry, you were asking to say something?
Yes.
I would imagine that your attorney would advise against that at this point.
That is correct, sir.
Okay. So, sir, what I am going to say is this. The bond conditions that I put into place when you were in front of me on April 30th have not changed. You are not to use or possess alcohol, marijuana, or illegal drugs. You are to be reporting to community corrections, which I am assuming that you are doing at this point because I don't seem to have a community corrections violation, so that is good. You are not to leave the state without the court's permission. And that means calling the probation department and getting a travel pass. And sir, while the court does appreciate the fact that you are an adult and had employment in law enforcement, that does not exempt you from having to speak to the probation department to get a travel pass if you are leaving the state. Is that clear?
Which I did. Yes, and I did do that.
Okay. So the note that I have is that you called and told probation that you were leaving the state and did not wait to get the travel pass. And we don't need to discuss that on the record at this point. That is going to be the purpose of your next court date, which will be the pretrial and bond violation hearing. So you can discuss it with the judge at that point. But I just want to make sure that I'm very clear that Ohio or not, you need a travel pass. You need the court's permission to leave the state. And then once again, you are not to engage in any sort of criminal activity and you are to appear for any and all dates set for you by the court. So.
You're right, Your Honor. I've never committed a felony in my life.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
I said I've never committed a felony in my life.
Well, that's good. Don't start now.
I think I'm a little too old for that.
You'd potentially be surprised, I guess. Anyway, your next court date, July 25th, 11 a.m. in person at the 14B District Court for your bond violation hearing and pretrial. At this time, the court is recalling the bench warrant and is setting a personal recognizance bond.
Yes, Your Honor.
And if you have any more trips planned to Ohio, you will call the probation department and get a travel pass.
Absolutely. And I will also do, well, I can't on the 25th, but I've already have plans to be out of state on the 25th, but I will be there in court on the 25th. Coaches, please. I'm sorry, my puppy is going to get me in trouble.
Your puppy is not going to get you in trouble.
I'm going to get me in trouble.
It potentially, yes. So just make sure you call the court and get the travel pass if you need the travel pass. But yes, at this point, your hearing date, July 25th, 11 a.m. in person. Attorney Chenault, do you have anything else?
Just for clarity's sake, is that in front of Judge Washington?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Does anybody else have any other questions?
No, that is, did you say Judge Washington?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Then in that case, you are free to hang up. Your hearing is concluded.
Okay, have a nice day.
Okay, thank you. You too.
Bye.
Goodbye. Okay, so we do not appear to have anybody in the waiting room at this point. So the court will momentarily call the failures to appear. Attorney Chenault, if you don't wish to stick around for this part, you do not have to.
Okay, well, have a good evening. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Okay, so as stated at this time, the court is going to call the cases where the defendants did fail to appear. They should reach out as soon as possible to the 14B District Court because bench warrants may issue for their failures to appear if they have not already. 24W000895, Selma Marquand Clark. 21W003018. And 14W000862, Michael David Clopton. S4159167, Awan Malik Jones Yancey. 24S4368707, Nazir Dakari Kirkpatrick. 22W005468, Kaylin Walter Morgan. 24S00115 and 21S00279. Dominique Lemire Chauncey Patton. 22S00413, Toy, Toi, Denise Young. Okay, so once again, those defendants failed to appear for their court dates today, and they should reach out to the 14B District Court as soon as possible because bench warrants may issue